Hey guys, what's up? It's MTGCentral here. Just be doing a quick little review for you guys on Dragon Shields. Now I know a lot of people like these, a lot of people don't like these, and there are some good points in both directions, but I'm gonna tell you guys why I do love these sleeves. So alright, let's crack into them. As you guys can see, I do not have all 100 in here. Mine actually came with 101, but I only have 60 because I actually have cards in this just to show you guys some of the cool functionalities of it too. So this is the box that they come in. It has a little wrapper around it, but it also doubles as a deck box, which is awesome. I think that's great. Quite honestly, and as you guys can see, I have in here my cards. There's no sideboard in here, however, one would definitely fit. And these are the sleeves. These are obviously the silver, as also noted on the box. But basically, I'm just going to show you guys the backs. This is, just in case anyone's wondering too, this is my mono red deck with burn, basically. It's simple. Most of it is leaving standard when Theros comes out, but we'll forget about that for now. Anyway, onto the sleeves. These are, honestly, I like them. They're one of the first sleeves I've ever used. I've used a few others, but for the most part, these are the first sleeves I've used in depth, other than Ultra Pros. So, I mean, I do have some experience. I'm not going to say I'm a sleeve pro. I've never used KMCs, but I do have some idea of what other sleeves are like. I've even used those Konami things from Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that stuff, so I do have a decent experience with sleeves. But I am going to say that these probably are my favorite sleeves. There are most certainly drawbacks to these sleeves that I'm going to mention, so if you're kind of on the fence, just keep watching. First, what we're going to look at is the actual sleeve itself and the durability. As you guys can see, when there's no card in it, it is fairly see-through. You can kind of see the actual cards through the back there. But when there's a card in it, I can never see anything through it. I've never been able to detect anything. So I guess for transparency, I'm going to give it a plus, even though you can kind of see through it here. When there's a card in it, I will say there's. Oh, that's upside down. That'd be bad. I can never see through. Maybe you guys could on camera, but I don't think so. So yeah, for transparency, good job. For actual clarity of the sleeve, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10. Mostly because they do like to scratch a little bit. I mean, I don't know, it's going to be really hard for me to let you guys see that. I don't even know if you could. It's hard to show. There's always some very moderate and kind of mild little scratches throughout just from shuffling and stuff. So, as far as clarity, I'm going to give them 8 out of 10, I guess, because they do scratch a little bit, ever so slightly, but they're very clear. I mean, no complaints. You could still see, and these are pretty used, and they're kind of scratches, like scratches all throughout the entire sleeve. They don't really affect clarity. They're there at certain light. So if that bothers you, these might not be the best sleeves, but for me, I really don't care. So after that, we're just gonna look at overall durability, and that's obviously what these things are known for. These things are thick. Not to mention, the edges on these are ridiculous, but that is also a drawback. Like where they're kind of sealed together and fused, it's really thick, which could make it kind of hard to shuffle these. It makes it very difficult to kind of get cards in between. You kind of hear like that little clicky noise. That's because cards kind of catch on each other from the oversized sleeves, or from the oversized seals. So, I mean, for the most part, they're not bad. Shuffleability, or whatever you want to call it, like how hard they are to shuffle is, it's not hard. You get used to it. They're nowhere near Ultra Pros, I will say that, at least my batch. Maybe I got one of those nasty batches that doesn't really want to work that well, but they don't shuffle like Ultra Pros, but you can most certainly do it. It's not hard to shuffle these. But, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not a really good shuffler, and I can get by with these just shuffling away. Like, see, like right here, they're being very difficult to get in. Oop, almost lost that card. But, I mean, they're not impossible to get in, it's kind of tough sometimes. But you're probably not going to break sleeves doing that either, just because these things are ridiculously durable. After that, I mean, there isn't really much else to say. I mean, these are great sleeves, I can't complain. I will say one more thing, that these are very inconsistent as in a company. They're not always the best. Sometimes they're great, like I think I got probably a moderate to kind of above average set, but some sets are absolutely horrible. They're cut wrong, the edges are too big, and they actually get stuck really even worse than mine do, very inconsistent. So I really can't recommend you buying these online. Maybe the best thing you can do is go to a local shop and maybe see if they'll let you make sure that they're good. They're a good set. I mean, these are the silver, and these work good. I've never had another color in these, so I really can't even talk about consistency. I believe MTG McQuacks has a great video talking about all the different colors and which ones have more issues than others. But for the most part, I really can't complain. I mean, last thing I am going to cover, though, just because this is also extremely important since they're card sleeves for protection, is how much they actually protect the card. This card, since I got it, has been in a sleeve, and it's been played quite a bit, and I'm just going to show you guys that there is zero wear on this card at all. Well, I mean, there's a little bit right there, but that's just from the actual being in the box and stuff. There's zero wear. These things are great. No dirt gets inside these sleeves. Not to mention the top, like the gap. Like on some of them, when you get them, they have a very nasty little gap where where you put the card in the sleeve. These have zero. My entire batch has zero of those. So honestly, I think they're great for protection. If you just really want to protect cards they have, so maybe you have some rares and a nice modern set, I would go with these, no doubt. And last, we're just gonna cover price and bang for your buck kind of thing. I purchased these at my LGS for, I believe it was $9.99, $8.99, somewhere around there, and that's for 100. I think it was a good deal. I'm not complaining. I'm happy with my purchase. Oops, sorry, you guys are only my hands are in focus there. I apologize about that. But anyway, these are, I think they're good. They're a little overpriced, I would say, just because inconsistency and everything else. But for the most part, they're not bad, and you do get a deck box, which will hold your 60 cards and sideboard. It won't hold an EDH deck, but other than that, guys, I mean, overall, great cards, little inconsistent, not too good at shuffling, great visibility, exceptional durability, and probably a 6 or 7 out of 10 for bang for your buck. Alright guys, well, that's it. I am MTG Central. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.